morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 17th of January. Now, sorry guys, I have been a little bit out of action. I have been a little bit ill. I just want to firstly thank you guys for your beautiful well wishes. I have been quite sick. I'm pretty sure I probably had the JN1 variant. I don't even doubt it because it seems to be going around like crazy. So I have been a little out of action, but also guys, yesterday I finally braved it. Yes, I was a chicken and I went and got acupuncture for the first time. I've been having really bad neck spasms, like this is for months and months and months, and I finally braved it because nothing was working. I had to do something. My neck was so stiff I couldn't even turn my head. Just constant pain. I know a lot of you guys out there are suffering too with things like backs and legs, all sorts of things. We're all struggling through pretty much our ascension process. But I did get the acupuncture. She put a stack of needles in me. It was pretty sore too. I mean, it wasn't unbearable. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I knew I'd be sore because I was sore in the muscles anyway. I felt so ill after. I thought I was going to spew and throw up everywhere. It took about half an hour. I had my daughter with me, luckily, and I just sat, and then we went and got something to eat, and then I came good. And I've rebooked again next week, so hopefully, fingers, I can actually feel my neck's more flexible today. I can see it'll start to improve. So thanks everyone for all your tips, great advice, and all your beautiful support. You know who you are. I love hearing from you guys. I try to write back to you because you are important to me. It might take me a day or two, but I do get there in the end. Of course, cheers everybody. I've got my cup of tea. Feels like I haven't seen you for ages. It's like having a cuppa with an old friend, isn't it? And of course, my daughter is a bookworm. We found a bookshop nearby. Of course we did, as we do. And I found this gorgeous vintage book. You know, I have to show you all my books. These are UK country living books. Oh, it's got the most beautiful ideas in my home. You know I love books, guys. I can't help it. It's actually a magazine. It's like a UK magazine because it's got all the UK, it's got the UK flags in it. So I'm guessing that I'm going to buy some more of these because I just love, oh, there it is. It's got the UK flags in it. So I knew when I saw, don't forget guys, I've done my UK reading as well. When I saw the UK flags, see, it's got all the UK flags and that in it. I knew this had to be English, and it had all the royal cups. Oh, where's Chucky? He's not on there. We've still got the Queen on them. This must be an old one. I just love vintage ideas for my house. So of course we found a bookshop and a newsagent, but I found this book. That's the main reason I'm telling you about the bookshop. And guess what it was called? The Mountain Is You. You know how I'm always getting that mountain message for us that we've been climbing these mountains, and we get that song from The Guides by Josh Groban, you know, they raise us up so we can stand on mountains. Well, I'm going to read you this tiny little bit from this book. It's Brianna Wiest, I think you'd say it, wouldn't you? The Mountain Is You. It's only little, real easy read. I grabbed it yesterday, and I just want to read you this little bit. It just reminded me of everything we've been sort of talking about here forever. Just as a mountain is formed with two sections of the ground are forced against one another, your mountain will arise out of coexisting but conflicting needs. Your mountain requires you to reconcile two parts of you, the conscious and the unconscious. The part of you that is aware of what you want and the part of you that is not aware of why you are still holding yourself back. Historically, mountains have been used as metaphors for spiritual awakenings, journeys of personal growth, and of course, insurmountable challenges that seem impossible to overcome when we are standing at the bottom. Like so much of nature, mountains provide us with an inherent wisdom about what it will take to rise up to our highest potential. This book is going to be just right up our alley, guys. And what I got there from that little section is, it's like our unconscious and our subconscious come together and it pushes up to become this mountain and reach our highest potential. And it's funny because when I was getting the acupuncture, I was thinking to myself, like, is that, and this is just an example I'm using, is that my subconscious memories that are buried so deep inside of me that I can't get them out? I need actual help from someone outside of me to help to get them out. Could that be part of that subconscious part of my mind, which I know a lot of you guys carry? We carry a lot of, we talk about the fragments of memories and fragments of the past. So it just sort of touched on that, and I thought it sort of made a lot of sense that, you know, they're very deeply buried within us. But if you think of like two land masses coming together, your conscious and your unconscious mind, it does rise up into this kind of mountain so that you seek your highest potential. But that's like what the awakening process is. And if you're new here to my channel, you've gone through your awakening process. You're still expanding and growing and learning spiritually. We're getting stronger. But I just thought that was really interesting, that mountain analogy. The only other thing, guys, really admin-wise that I need to touch on is, of course, we know, 2024, yes, it's all go. It's all happening. We knew it was going to be. Come February, that's going to be interesting. But we know the old, WENF, all the old regulars at Davos are all meeting and, you know, putting in their wonderful plans of how they're going to change the world again and improve everything. They are working on the trust. If you want to watch Cotton Schwab talking about trust, go to Clown Planet. Carl's got a video on there about him talking about how to regain trust in the little people, peasants and Lego people, because obviously they don't have any. Could be the fact too that half the population doesn't even know what they're up to. That could be part of the problem. Also, guys, there's a great channel by Avi Yemeni. I've told you about him before. He's an Aussie guy. Avi Yemini. Avi Yemeni. He works for Rebel News. Hilarious. He's been grabbing people on the streets at Davos. It's hilarious. You've got to go watch some of his interviews. They don't have much to say about their carbon footprints either, I've noticed. They haven't got much, sort of many answers and responses. Funny that, isn't it? No, it just goes on and on. And now we've got massive war, haven't we? We've got UK and US bombing everything, and I don't even know, do we even know what's real anymore? I don't think we do. After the, we talk about the petrified alien statues that ended up being fake. We don't know what's real on the mainstream media and what isn't anymore. I think the BS detectives here, we call ourselves, guys, we always have a little bit of doubt as to where all this is heading and going and what's true and what's not true. Anyway, how about we get straight into the reading now, guys? Jeez, I've got tea. I still can't come at drinking coffee, guys. Changes your taste buds, doesn't it? Right, I've got my doggy walker coming today, so we're going to work with the dogs and give them a little bit of a session. They're doing okay. Sprocket's coming good. I've been rubbing coconut oil on his gingivitis. He's had a bit of gingivitis in his mouth as well. He's a lot brighter since the coconut oil. So anyway, fingers he's improving every day. Still running into everything, of course, because he has gone blind, if you're new here, my dog. All right, let's get started, guys. Enough about me and the world dramas. Let's just get into seeing what's ahead. They're showing me people releasing balloons. They're little people releasing balloons. And I'm getting that song, 99 balloons. 99 to set aside, on the side is red balloons. And that has a significant meaning, that song, doesn't it? But I'm seeing people, this is not us, guys. We're watching this from afar, of course. This is the people waking up. It's like they're releasing red balloons. I'm just getting red balloons. They're holding red balloons. Red balloons is very significant, isn't it? I've never really known the meaning of red balloons. I don't really like releasing balloons into the environment anyway. That's just me. But I am getting the significance of people letting go. It's like people are now... look, it's the people waking up, the people who are stuck in the narrative. A lot of them are now letting go of their, it's kind of saying ties to government, but it's like they're going to let the balloon go, and then they're allowing the real information to come to them now. It's like they're seeing things. It's almost like by letting go of a balloon, you're letting go of your childlike state, and you're becoming into that adult-like state. It's this transition. The release of the balloon is like a transition to me of the people waking up. It's them letting go of the past, and then they're becoming into their full adulthood awareness is what I'm getting, which is the awakening. But the awareness of the information and the truth and what's coming out, and that they've been lied to, and that, oh, the list goes on, doesn't it? So I'm getting now this releasing of the balloons is significant. Which also, to me, represents they're releasing their being, that they've been controlled, because we know a lot of them have been controlled for 4 years and told what to do. Well, a lot of them are releasing it now. They're trying to get into their independent body is what I'm getting for a lot of people waking up. All right. Oh, I'm just getting that people can't hide from the truth anymore. People know. People are knowing what the truth is now. It's coming out. Oh, did I tell you guys too, we've lost another, probably, I reckon, I've heard it in the last couple of days, about 3 or 4 people dying. One guy's in his 50s, and the other 3 died of pancreatic cancer. It just never ends. I know you guys will be hearing about these things. Just want to let you know. Oh yes, it's still on the rise, isn't it? How are people not seeing it? But anyway, maybe they are now. Maybe these are the things that they're starting to realise. Yeah, so that's what the guides are saying. They can't not see it. Because everything in these people's life, not you guys watching my channel, because we see things from a different perspective, but the people waking up now are feeling very hopeless, helpless, and hurt. See, they're hurt. They're hurt that their government's lied to them. They're hurt that they're being fed BS, which they know they are. Everything's a giant scam. I mean, you know, what are people to think? You know, maybe people did fall for that alien petrified statue thing. It's possible. And then they're telling them, no, it was just a fake and a fraud. So what, you know, what messages is that sending to people? You know, has our government lied to us about other things? That's the message I'm thinking it would be sending to people. So that's what I'm getting. There's a lot of transparency starting to happen now around the people waking up. Things are really coming to light. Well, things are being seen for what they are. The BS garbage and nonsense that they pretty much have been for 4 years now. Oh, better than see it late than never though, guys. Hey, we just have to keep willing it to happen. All right. I'm getting Germany's up. We've been getting Germany for a long time here, probably a good 6 months, guys. We know the farmers have stood up. The farmers have had a win. We know the people are coming behind them. But I'm getting now there's this conflict of the people and soldiers, and it's the German soldiers. And we know how, what's the word? How full on our German soldiers can be from past experience. So I am getting there could be a bit of conflict between the people and German soldiers. Of course, created by government, of course, because they're still trying to tread on the people over there. But the people are strong. As long as they stay together en masse, I think they're going to be able to handle this. The fact that they've had a win, the farmers, has given people a lot of hope in Germany and probably around the world too. Look at all of us. We've all heard about it. Hang on a sec. Oh, I'm getting Australia. Of course we're getting Australia. I haven't forgotten my countries, guys. I've just been a little bit of a write-off. So I have still got a few countries to do. I've done Canada, UK, and who did I do? Oh, New Zealand, wasn't it? I think it was New Zealand. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm getting Australia, and I'm getting this Australia Day thing's an issue. This Australia Day thing, you know how they're not selling the merchandise in Aldi's and Woolworths? Well, it's becoming a big issue. Australians are starting to get really pissed off now. You know, I've been telling you guys about the Indigenous voice to Parliament, and that rubbed people up the wrong way. Like Anthony Elbow, we call him here, Anthony Albanese, he's not winning over any friends. So I feel like these are times when he needs to step in and start to get Australia back as a united country again, but he's not. And this is what people are seeing. And that's why I feel like Australians are starting to get really, really ticked off. Australians feel like, I wonder why, they're being pushed aside now as not important. The way that Australians feel doesn't really matter. See, people are starting to see now that to Elbow, it's more important to be on the global stage. He's more interested in importing, exporting dollars, taxes. We're going to get more taxes down here. He's more focused on military as well. And see, what's happening along the way is the little people, peasants and Lego people of Australia know that he doesn't give a rat's razoo about them, that we're not important. Like, isn't he here to serve our country and support the people? But he's always like on this agenda. We know he is. And it's starting to really rub people up the wrong way, which actually is a good thing, guys, because that means it's waking people up and people are getting really ticked off about it. I can tell you now, small businesses are absolutely struggling here in Australia. I know they are worldwide too. As business owners, it's getting really tough now. The taxes are going up and the wages and everything's going up. You can't even afford to put people on anymore because it's like send your business broke practically. Like, we've had our business 17 years, never been in this situation. It's complete madness what they're doing to small business. Just an example, purely because of the costs of everything, freight, you name it, fuel. Well, everybody's suffering with it. I know it's not just Australia. So everybody most of the people in Australia feel pushed aside. And the fact that Elbow's not sticking up for people to enjoy one day out of the year, and they're sort of putting the brakes on with it, like, and allowing these big corporate companies to control what Australians do. And we know that half these big corporate companies aren't even owned by Australians, are they? We know who they're pretty much owned by, the same old puppet masters in the background, making all the dollars and buying up all the land. So people, it's not sitting well with Australians at all. Elbow is he's really dropping. Not that he ever had a great following. I don't know why anyone voted him in, to be quite honest. But I feel like his popularity is it's already gone out the window. If there was a vote tomorrow, he'd be out. He'd be gone. I wish there was a vote tomorrow. Anyway, so that's what's happening down under. People have lost faith in their government. It sounds like a global issue, really, doesn't it? Oh, my God. Poor old Australia. What happened to us? It's too sad, isn't it? All right. Oh, they're showing me Trudeau back in office. Him sitting in it. He's got this massive, they're showing me him at this massive desk, like made of, is it Canadian oak or some tree that's like huge, humongous, big desk. And he's got he's like such a fuss pot. Apparently he's a bit pedantic. And he's got like the fountain pen. What's the pen that you dip in the ink and you do your signature and all that? He's like one of these real officialdom people who loves everything. You know, dot the I's and cross the T's kind of guy. He's a bit of it's kind of saying a little OCD. And it's showing me him doing these ones. He's doing these ones like with his hands. And he's like, right, let's get back into it. He's all ready to get this all going now. And he's like rubbing his hands together, ready to sign off all these documents. We know they're going to sign off all these stupid bills and nonsense and garbage. And it's got him at the ready. He's at the desk ready to just showing him like signing off all this paperwork. That's what I'm getting. Ready to get things unfolding. He just wants it all to unfold nicely this year. He just wants to have... Oh, sorry guys, I know you Canadians are wrecked. He just wants the people to just be receptive to what he's got to offer. He doesn't want things collapsing in on itself anymore. He wants He wants people to listen to him. He wants to be heard. He wants people to respect him. He wants to just, as we know, be the superpower. He wants to beat Xi Jinping. We know that. Not likely. But he wants things to just roll out smoothly. He doesn't want any trouble from the little people. He doesn't want the Ottawa event again. He doesn't want to have to be dealing with all that. Not that he ever dealt with it anyway. Did he talk to anyone from the trucker movement? I do not think so. So this is where he's at. He's in a great big desk, signing everything off, ready to get everything moving ahead. That's what I'm getting for Canada. Hang on. It's going to be a lot of this facial recognition this year. I'm getting that for everywhere, not just Canada. Canada for sure. I reckon Australia. They had it on the news actually before. They were talking about AI. And every visual they talked about in AI, they said it's inevitable. Of course it is. And mainstream media. AI is coming. You can't avoid it. Oh, no, we can't avoid it, guys, because, you know, it's part of their plan. And they kept just showing the digital facial recognition ID pictures of people walking along with the square, you know. And you think, well, that's just big subliminal messages trying to normalise everything, isn't it? So that's what we're going to get globally a lot this year. A lot of the cameras tracking and tracing. All for safety. We know, oh yes, all for safety, of course. Not for your credit scoring that they're thinking about bringing in. Oh no, it's all for your safety. Oh, they think people are stupid, don't they? It's such a joke. All right, sorry guys. Sometimes my brain goes somewhere else. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting America, and I'm getting America's very torn. America's getting, we know your immigration is ballooned, like we said the other day, out of control. It's nuts. They're bringing in people by the truckloads. New York, you've got all these changes going on, curfews, all sorts of things going on around immigration. But I'm getting that the basic American people, I'm getting like visuals. They're showing me visuals of like, is it Route 66? What's that route called? Texas, I'm getting like people having hamburgers and hot dogs. People want to get back to the America that they know and love. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting people are torn between the America they know and the America that it's becoming. And it's not comfortable. So again, if you think about what I was talking about with that mountain energy, you've got, I guess you could say, you've got like old America and you've got all these new immigrants and the new America kind of merging together. But I think it's going to emerge into more of a volcanic eruptive energy. I don't think it's going to be so much. It might end up a mountain one day, but I'm seeing all this sort of coming to a head. It's getting very volatile because you've got this resistant energy of the American people pushing against the immigrant cartel takeovers, all the changes that are coming. You've got this resistant movement. And again, we've got the beast mode, pain bodies, people in their anger, road rage, Karens coming out of everywhere. I'm seeing this big time for America this year. The resistance movement's going to be huge in America. And you think about it, you put two things together. So again, it's getting back to that magnet. When you put the poles that don't match, they repel, they push apart, they don't click together. This is what is going to happen in America this year. You're going to have a lot of, rebellion, I think is probably the word. And people resisting what, I don't even know. I can't even believe Biden is still there. He has just completely destroyed America. But every time you see him on the stage, he tells you what a wonderful job he's done. It's complete insanity. It's almost like we all get fed different narratives, isn't it? We see, you think, oh, anyway, enough of Biden. I can't even go there. It just never ends, does it? So I am getting that, a lot of resistance in America, and things are going to be volatile. And I think too, really, going to war and bombing and things like that is not going to help the cause of Americans, is it? It's not going to make America, I've been saying this for a long time, probably a year. Americans feel very vulnerable and exposed to the rest of the world. When you don't have a strong leader, it makes you feel vulnerable. He's not a good decision maker. We pretty much know that here. He's not someone who's a strong leader who takes charge of the country and makes people feel safe and protected. He's not a, well, I always get Ronald Reagan, but I think, I don't know, I just get these images. I guess we can't really go with Clinton and Obama because no one pretty much trusts them, do they? Although, have we been getting messages from Obama in the background, perhaps? Just saying. But that's what I'm getting. Unfortunately, America's going to have a lot of turbulence this year. I'm not seeing any, like, war repercussions. Like I said to you guys, you know, they're feeding us BS. We don't even know. Did you see they showed the little buildings they'd bombed? It was like ridiculous. It just looked like two little outhouses. I don't even get any of this. It's just half, I mean, you could do better stuff on the movies. You think about the effects in the movies. It's just nuts. They could tell people anything, and sadly people believe it, don't they? But I'm not seeing any, like, war coming your way. I'm just not. I don't. They're just stirring up the pot and fear. We know that's their aim. Put the fear in people. Fear, fear, fear. They actually talk about fear in this book. There's actually chapters on it towards the end. I was having a look about fear. Fear's a big thing. And like I always say to you guys, it goes into your subconscious mind. You know, I talk about these little fragments of memories we all carry with us. And sometimes I do believe they're bits of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of moving forward. You know, what if we have to all go through this again? We know they're talking about the, don't even get me started, the X variant. Oh no, it's the X, what is it? It's the X virus, actually, I think it is. Which is what? Like, what's the X virus? You know, the new part of the clown show. But we don't want to be going through all this again. So it's not so much fear, but it's just, I guess it's just frustration and annoyance, really, isn't it? But fear does play a part, I think, for everybody. And with all this, you know, I don't blame a lot of you for turning the mainstream media off. I only watch it sometimes for a giggle, just to get a bit of a laugh and a bit of entertainment. Oh my God. Gosh. Because the stuff that they, honestly, the stuff that they're talking about, actually, that's one thing I noticed with the WEF guys. There's a lot of videos about on connection to India. So I did question, like, remember we were talking about, like, the crazy moon landing and the, you know, spaceship to the black hole and all that with India. Like, why is Modi putting himself on the map? But they're really involved with this Davos WEF too now in a big way. I noticed they've been popping up a lot. Certainly weird. Anyway, how about we pull some cards, guys? I think we might pull a Ginny Awaken card. Ginny Eagle Awaken. I'll just put my glasses on. I hope you guys are going well. I hope you're getting over your chest infections and your aches, pains and ailments and backs and, oh goodness. We've all had a challenging time, haven't we, I'd say the last year's been probably the biggest year. Wouldn't you guys? In the last 4 years. Grounding. I stand strong and powerful like a tree. Well, not there. Although that's, if you think of that, it's like down in the soil. We're like a little seed ready to sprout, aren't we, guys? I stand strong and powerful like a tree. See, I guess what they're sort of highlighting to us there, if we've got that good root system, that strong root system, we always talk about, you know, you can't get knocked over by the storm. If you've got that good stability, well, we've got to make sure we stay in our good root system. Stay in our nice strength, guys. It's very important this year. We know it is. That's why we all keep talking about hermit mode and staying in our homes, our haven, protecting ourselves. Let's pull an Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Yeah, certainly. It's certainly been an interesting 2024 thus far. No, I call it Clown Show 2.0, guys. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've had this before a few times. Oracle, Sacred Living, Spirit Speaking Intervention. Actually, I'm going to burn some white sage. I'm going to buy some white sage at my little Bohemian shop today, my crystal shop. I think it's time we did a little bit of clearing, guys. You look at that. She's kind of making the potion. Sacred living, spirit speaking intervention. I think that's really about just taking care of ourselves, guys, and doing whatever it takes to maintain our stability, our root stability in the earth. Affirmations. Let's pull an affirmation. Whoa. Oh, they're popping out everywhere. These are so tiny, these little cards. They're cute though. I really like these cards. Let's see what we got. Oh, this almost looks a bit yin-yang, doesn't it? Oh, soften. It's better to be a soft wind no one saw coming than a tornado that destroyed everything in its path. Well, we've had that before too. And I think I've said before too, I think when this all first started, we were a little bit like a tornado. We were trying to get the information out. We were spreading information. We were getting in trouble for misinformation on Facebook, fake book and all that, weren't we? I think we've really softened a lot now. I think we are like the subtle wind, the soft wind. We're not so phased anymore because we know people are waking up to the lies and the deception. And I think that's what we've got to keep, just being that, you know, flow gently in the breeze, guys, like the soft wind, and don't be the tornado. Like we often say here and get guided by the guides too, don't bombard people with information. So a lot of people can't absorb too much at once. It's like they have to do the research and find it out themselves. I've always talked about that crime investigation board where people have to put, you know, Billy Goat together with BlackRock, together with Sushi, together with Elbow, together with WEF. You know, they'll work it out. We don't really have to worry anymore. We can just be the soft wind in the breeze. All right, let's see if there's something to finish off today, guys. Oh, I'm getting that song. And the wings of an eagle, I find myself drifting in the sky, drifting on the world to see. And the wings of an eagle, I find myself drifting in the sky. Wings of an eagle, meaning stay high, vantage point, stay out of everything. Keep flying high. All right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting that song by, I'm pretty sure it's the Beatles. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took them so long to find out. I found out. That's a cool song. Just getting that song. I don't know why I'm getting that song. Could be that it's taken people a long time to find out. Who knows? It has taken them a while to find out the truth, hasn't it? Oh my God. Hang on a minute. I'm getting that Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Start Me Up. You start me up, and you start me up, and never stop, never stop, never, never, never stop. And what the guides are saying is we just never stop growing. We never stop spiritually evolving. Once you started up and you've gone through an awakening process, you just never stop. We keep learning, keep growing, keep finding books. We keep finding people on YouTube. We've come together here as a little community of like-minded people. So welcome anybody that's new. So I'm going to leave you with that song today. You start me up. The awakening starts you up, all right. It starts you up to a whole different feeling, doesn't it? Even though we might suffer our aches, pains, ailments, and different things that we're all going through, just keep going. That's the message from the guides, but always from that good high vantage point. like the eagle. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia today. Take care. Thank you again for all your well wishes, guys. I do really appreciate it. And I'll get back to the rest of your comments today. Take care. I'll say goodbye from Australia. And fingers crossed the omelette gets a bit better soon. But I'll come on and talk to you tomorrow. And I'll try to do some more countries. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.